It comes down to time and energy. This is the number one, probably the number one reason I hear from the women that I work with, the entrepreneurs that I work with, about why they're not executing their video content strategy. Now, there may be a little bit of confidence in there as well. Sometimes it can be hard to put those videos out there, even though you have a strategy around creating those videos. But the number one thing is that it just seems to take so much time, and it's something that they just keep putting off and putting off and putting off because they don't have the time to create those videos on an ongoing basis. But the thing we know for sure is that when it comes to video, consistency is key. It's so important to make sure that you are consistently putting video content out there if you want it to have traction and you want it to have an impact. So, this is the challenge, right? Not enough time and energy to create those videos and to keep them being consistent. And that's when a lot of women throw their hands in the air and they say, I'm not going to bother. Okay, so today I want to share with you 5 tips on how to actually get consistent with your video creation. These are time-saving tips. All right, sound good? Okay, good. Let's start with the very first tip, which is bulk produce. None of this creating one video at a time. Create your video in batches. And what you want to do is you want to have a bit of a plan. Now, I know that takes a bit of time, but you want to have a plan so that you can set aside one day a month, one morning a month to shoot your videos. And the reason that this saves time is because, one, if you have to set up your equipment, then you only have to do it once a month. 2, if you have trouble kind of like getting the energy up to get going with video, then you kind of get into the zone and you can stay in the zone and create all the videos that you need for, say, the next month. So it really does save a lot of time to bulk produce. It's also helpful if you have an editor or someone who's helping you put those videos together, because then they get everything that they need in one batch, and they can also batch edit, which is going to save them time and hopefully save you a bit of money on the editing side of things if that's your level of production. So bulk produce, that's the number one tip for saving time in creating your videos. The second tip I have is to get organized and schedule. So number one doesn't happen effectively. The bulk producing doesn't happen effectively unless you have a very clear schedule. Now, as a producer, this is absolutely my wheelhouse, right? Scheduling your production means understanding all of the pieces of your production and scheduling those in so that you have everything that you need on that day when you're bulk producing. So, back time things, right? Schedule in that shoot day for sure, but also schedule in time beforehand to write the scripts. Schedule time before that to come up with the ideas of what you're going to do your scripts on, and maybe schedule a bit of time before that to do some research, and that might be keyword research, research with your target audience to see what kinds of videos they're looking for from you, and what kinds of videos are, on topic for you and on brand for you, but also going to be relevant and valuable to your target audience. So bulk produce and schedule that. Now, the other piece of the scheduling comes after, which is making sure that you schedule time to edit, caption, get these videos posted, and get them into your content calendar. I like to have my content calendar created before I batch produce so I know exactly what it is that I need to produce on my bulk producing shoot day. So before and after that bulk producing shoot day, make sure you have a solid schedule and a content calendar. All right, tip number 3 was kind of baked into the last one, and that is time blocking. Now, this is a great tip for all things productivity when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Blocking off time in your calendar to make sure that you set aside time for creating your content. It's so easy for us to get caught up in the other activities of our business without setting aside that time. So this is really important to set aside that time and make sure that you are not going to end up on that shoot day trying to do all of the things at once, right? So block time everything in. Don't allow other things to get booked into that time. Block it off so that you know for sure you have that time. And it's going to save you time in the end, because the other great thing about time blocking is it gives you a limit, right? So it's going to mean that you've got to get those videos shot in that time period. There's not going to be time for take after take after take. You're going to have to accept the videos as they come out and accept that they may not be perfect, but they will be done. So time blocking is a great way to avoid perfectionism getting in the way of you getting your videos done and getting them out there consistently. Now, the next tip is to outsource. So there are a lot of different things that you can outsource when it comes to creating quality videos. You can outsource the research. You can outsource the script writing or the outlines. You can outsource the editing, and you can even outsource the publishing and the optimizing of your videos. So there are a lot of things that you can do specifically around your video creation to help save you a little bit of time. And it might not be a lot of time, it might only be a small task, but outsourcing that small task will really help you stay on track and will save you that little bit of time, and it'll add up over the month. Now, you can also outsource other things to free up a bit of time for you to do the things that only you can do. If you're a personal brand, if you if you have some expertise in an area, you might not be able to outsource the script writing or the idea creation. You know, if you're a thought leader, you want them to be your thoughts, right? So to create time for you to have that creative space to create your scripts or your outlines and to record the videos, you can outsource other tasks that aren't necessary for you to do. So by doing that, you're going to save some time for your video creation, and that's going to mean that those videos get done. And the last tip that I have for you for saving some time when it comes to creating quality videos is to do a bit of a reality check. What I mean by that is really check that you haven't overcommitted to your video production ideas. Sometimes we get excited about creating videos, we get excited about sharing our ideas, and we set ourselves up for failure because we are planning to do 3 or 4 videos a week or 2 videos a day. Well, that might not be realistic when you're also running your business. So do a little bit of a reality check, because sometimes less is more. When it comes to video, doing videos that are totally dialed in, that are speaking to your ideal customer, that resonate with your ideal customer, that are well organized and researched, well produced, those videos will serve you better than videos that you're doing off the cuff at the last minute because you just have this arbitrary number of having to produce a video every day or, 4 videos per week. So get strategic about your video production and your video strategy. Get strategic about your strategy. Get strategic about your video plan so that you are only creating the videos that you need to be creating, and you're doing it with intention. Because when you create those videos with intention, what's going to happen is you're going to see those videos do the work for you, and you won't need as many videos. So I hope that helps you to really dial in your video production process so that you can be creating quality videos with consistency so that you see the results that you're looking for from your video marketing efforts. If you need any more help with this process, if you want to connect with me about video marketing at all, if you would like a little bit of support in figuring out your video strategy or how to execute your video strategy, please take advantage of my free 30-minute video marketing mapping session. I'll put the link in the description so you can click on it and connect with me directly. I would be so pleased to help you with your video marketing plans. We'll talk to you soon.